biggest issue, which isn't really a We Met IRL issue. It's just that the ratio of men to women in the city is just not fair. I felt like there were so many beautiful, stunning, intelligent Black women, women of color, and there were only just a handful of men that were there. I felt like the ratio was like 7-1, 8-1. And the other issue is that because I'm 31, I'm looking for men who are my age or older. And so with the already small ratio of men that were in attendance, I couldn't tell who was age appropriate for me. I know one guy that I talked to ended up being 27. And I was kind of like, well, all right.
Singles events have always been on life support and men just pulled the plug. We've got a video for you here today from Alpha Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in. And let's get into it.
The time I showed up to a speed dating event that I had to apply for, interview for, and pay for, and 3 out of the 8 men at the event were randos that were pulled off the street that day.
He should have been impressed that that speed dating event was able to get that many men off the street to participate. Getting 8 men to show up to a speed dating event has got to be some sort of a record.
If you were to do it in a bar, right, there's a chance that the person you're approaching is in a relationship, or they're just not in the mood to talk. I think we've all been there, right? Like, you've gone out with your friends and you're like, this is about me and my friends, this is not about other people tonight. And so I really think going to these dating events is such an untapped opportunity for men. And it's crazy to me because women's tickets for events sell out so quickly all the time. I've seen events where the women's tickets sell out within 15 minutes, and then men's tickets are still available until like an hour before the event. It's crazy.
It's not crazy at all. Dating events are a quantity over quality issue. The types of women that go to these events are the exact same women who were ignoring men back when they were in their prime. There could be hundreds of women, but none of them are worth the time or the money.
I love how men are always saying that they want to find a girlfriend, and then we give them the space and the opportunity, and they don't sign up. So we're having a singles mixer, and all the girls' tickets are sold. All of them.
Guys, this is your cue. The women's tickets are sold out. This is your chance.
The idea that women's tickets for singles events are sold out isn't a selling point. All it shows is that there are tons of desperately single women out there who are not capable of meeting men anywhere else. That's a man's chance to avoid those women at all costs.
Went to a dating party at the weekend and it's made me never want to date again, and this is why. So we all know the dating apps suck. So I had it in my head that in-person dating events was going to be the way I meet somebody. But on reflection, I actually think they pose a lot of the same problems that dating apps do. I've done a few speed dating events in the past, and I knew I didn't really like that because it's such low chances of success. Only ever going to be like 10 men there. And I think out of maybe 6 speed dating events I've done, I only liked and went on dates with 2 of the men from it. So it just doesn't really feel worth it.
The fact that she was on the dating apps already shows how little she has to offer men. The apps are just meat markets to women like this. They just pass up on perfectly good guys because none of them meet her impossible standards.
So then I was like, let's give dating parties a try, because at least there's a lot more people and you go and you just mingle. So I went on Saturday. The event itself was actually pretty well organized. There was loads of people there. The venue was really nice. But the problem is, you're a traditional woman who wants to be pursued like I am. And I also met a really nice lady there, and she was the same as me, and she wanted men to approach her. Good-looking guys are not going to approach you at those events.
If she was truly a quote-unquote traditional woman, then she would have been married with kids by now. But modern women think traditional is sitting around doing nothing and expecting the men to do all of the work. That's not traditional, that's just being lazy.
I have a question for all of the single straight men. What are you doing? Because every single day, I walk out of my front door to the most beautiful, gorgeous, just goddesses of women walking around living their best life like they're just not heaven on earth. So what are you doing? Why are you fumbling the bag? Why are you single? Why are you not just snatching up all of these amazing, beautiful, smart, educated women? Because they're everywhere I look. Get it together.
She has no idea how insulting she sounds right now. She immediately accuses men of fumbling these incredibly perfect women, even though these very same women don't give the time of day to average men. It's impossible to fumble something when you're not interested in the first place.
Women only want to date at their convenience, maybe. How about instead of going to an event for dating, you simply approach a man you like that isn't already in a relationship? I asked the internet, why don't men go to dating events like speed dating, singles events, mixers, all that kind of stuff? Now, to be fair, I did have a little tongue-in-cheek action with my post by saying, why y'all don't go to these events? Y'all scared or something? And the truth is that, like, you could be scared, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm scared.
That wasn't tongue-in-cheek, that was a straight-up insult. This woman accused men of being cowards for not wanting to waste their time and money going to an event filled with insufferable women who are in their 30s. That's not fear, that's just men not wanting to deal with it.
I haven't been to a speed dating event to participate. I've gone to cover it as an influencer. But as an introvert, the idea of going to those social settings and then mixing it in with dating, it scares me. But kudos to the people who actually do it, both men and women, because they want to try. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the comments were unhelpful. We have better things to do than to be analyzed by gold-digging narcissists. Means you are all invaluable, worthless liabilities. Y'all hate men so much. Got me wondering, why not date and marry women? Good riddance.
That's actually an incredibly fair response to her question. The types of women who go to these events aren't interested in meeting men, they are looking for sponsorships, and men refuse to participate in an event that's being attended by such toxic people.
Speed dating part 2. So earlier today, like literally 5 hours ago, I posted a video talking about how I'm going speed dating for the first time and telling y'all my concerns with the event because I'm convinced that there are not going to be men at this event. So rewind, before I actually bought my ticket to this speed dating event, I hit up my friend who is friends with the guys that are organizing this event. And I told him my concerns and I was like, bro, like I don't think that there's going to be men at this event. Like I don't want to buy these tickets. So he contacts the organizer of the event and the organizer sends him a message back like, bro, don't worry. Like, don't worry. It's going to be great. Like we're taking longer to find guys because we're being more picky with the guys because women have higher standards. Like, okay, cool.
The only reason why the event organizer said they were working harder to find men for these events was because he wanted to guarantee making money through ticket purchases, and their bread and butter are desperately single women who are dumb enough to attend.
Cool. And if we can't find 50 guys, like we will refund their money. So like it's nothing lost. So I'm like, okay, bet. Like I'm in good hands either way. Okay, so fast forward to today. So I'm sitting in Aldo and I'm like trying on the shoes. I'm like, oh yeah, look good. My legs look good. I'm about to be stunning in this dress. So I sit down, I have the shoes on, I pull out my phone. And I'm like, oh girl, let me just show you. I have a photo of the dress in my email. Like, let me show it to you. So I open my email. Why when I open my email do I get a refund notice? I got a refund email for my tickets. The event is on Friday. And I sent a story, I sent it because I saw it on their story today. I sent their story to my friend because they were still trying to recruit guys. And I was like, girl, it's not looking good. Like, they're really still on their story trying to recruit guys. And it looks like they officially gave up today.
At least those organizers were professional enough to refund these women's money after they couldn't get any guys to attend. But she's furious because apparently she was expecting nothing but single chads to show up to this event to sweep her off her feet.
Giving a hot take on singles mixers because I think a lot of them are full and they don't care about all their customers. I have been to multiple ones before, and every time I go, either you have to spend $40 and nothing's included, you spend $40 and you don't meet anybody, you spend $40 and the event is unorganized and just like you're standing there looking like a lost puppy the whole time.
What exactly was she expecting with these events? For there to just be a bunch of incredibly wealthy and handsome men just standing there waiting to be chosen by her? There's no way you can get men like that to go to these mixes of their own free will. It's just impossible.
Now, a lot of these events, the same people go to, so that's also kind of annoying to me. Yes, it's cool to make friends, but I also am at the age where I'm like, okay, I have enough friends. I just want my partner at this point. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people are just there more so to find someone to hook up with because they don't have intellectual conversations with people.
You're going to an event with desperately single women and tons of alcohol. Of course, those are just going to be hookup events. They're not going there for deep intellectual conversations because the jury is still out if this woman can even define what that even means.
And they end up just sticking to one person the whole night and not exploring other people. And that's on the host, in my opinion, because there's usually way too many women and not enough men. So yeah, I don't think spending $40 on a singles mixer is worth it. And I also tend to end up leaving with lower self-esteem. And I'd rather just stay home and read a book and hang out with my dog, because I'm not driving an hour, she just yawned, an hour to go to singles mixers because there's none in my area.
She feels like if she goes to these events, the men should be obligated to talk to her instead of the women they find desirable, because apparently this woman has the power to change the minds of men, even though none of them clearly want to talk to her.
Where are all the single men in St Albans? I'm hosting a singles comedy night next Wednesday, and I'm completely sold out of women's tickets. So guys, I need you.
Single guys in New York City, this is for you. Monday, April 7th, 6:45 p.m., Rumble Upper East Side. I am hosting a singles workout class and mixer. The women's tickets have sold out, which means there are a ton of women and not enough men yet. So we need you. We want you.
The fact that the women's tickets have sold out is just another reason why men don't want to bother going to these events. The types of women who go to these events aren't exactly the quality type of women that men want. So men don't go. There's simply no point.
People will continue to arrive to Maine until 4 p.m. After that, we're going to have a DJ here, Roman Truth from Mexico City. So if you want to still get to know.
All right, update on speed dating. There is no update. It was what you would expect it to be in 2024. So the event was at a bar in town, the bar was open to the public, and there just wasn't really real structure. First off, 13 girls, 8 guys.
Why is it that these women keep complaining that there's no structure? What exactly were they expecting? They have to book these events in advance, so you would think they would do some research to see what was happening at the event, but they don't, and then they complain about it afterwards.
The guys range from 25 to I'm not kidding. There was one man in his 50s, which whatever, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, there was no structure because it was open to the public. Usually you think of speed dating as sitting at tables and it's structured, whatever. And this was just kind of a bar all over, as you can kind of see from that first video. And it was it wasn't okay, this is the rotation. It was just if a guy thought you looked cute, he would just go up and sit with you.
In other words, she paid good money to go to a bar and be ignored by men, and the organizers did nothing to try and force the men to talk to her. And considering the age range of the men, it's just living proof that it doesn't matter the age, the men simply aren't interested in her.
It wasn't okay, you're going here next, then you're going here next. It was just free flow, whatever. So yeah, it was just interesting. And yeah, don't know if I'd ever do it again. Nothing came of it, and that's the update.
The funny thing is that the available men who actually showed up there are the same types of men she ignores on a daily basis, and she's somehow offended at the idea that those men she ignored did her the same courtesy. How desperate do you have to be to show up to a speed dating event that's 2 hours away from where you live? That just seems like far too much effort for something that was obviously going to be a bust in the first place.
So in my last video, I talked about how I deleted all the dating apps and I was trying to explore a more organic way of dating somebody. And this is so typically my luck, you can't even write it. So I booked to go speed dating as a hybrid between the dating apps and meeting someone in person. So I booked to go to it in my city on the 21st of March, okay? So the day before, Wednesday the 20th, I get a text message from the company saying, we've had some cancellations for the event. We no longer have enough people to run it. We're going to have to postpone the event to May.
What she's saying makes no sense. She claims to want to meet men organically and then books an event that's designed to match people up inorganically. That's not a hybrid, that's just a dating app being held in a bar someplace.
And it was the 22nd or something of May. I'm that's an entire 2 months from this event. It's... So it's even though I'm trying to do this more organic approach, the universe is just no, honey, not for you. It's not your time yet. It's just such my luck.
The universe had nothing to do with the event being postponed by 2 months. It has everything to do with modern women proclaiming that men need to rise up to meet their impossible standards. Men have been insulted for decades and just can't be bothered. The universe had no hand in that.
Okay, so I found out that you actually have to go outside to like meet people, right? So me being the spontaneous person that I am, I signed up for this like random like speed dating thing on the south side of Chicago. It was like a masquerade party, right? So I get in this thing of like, yeah, what is that? And ain't no it's maybe like 2, and they're like my uncle's age, and there's nothing but women here, and I'm just like, God damn it, how do you meet men in Chicago? Like, all I do is go to the gym and work out, and that's it, and travel here and there.
Women like this love to blame the cities where they're living for not being able to meet any good dudes, but it's never actually the city's fault, by the way. It's theirs for their terrible attitudes and their lack of good decision-making skills. Now men are done and they just can't figure out why.
But like, it's so hard to like meet men, and like this is why I told myself I would never go to one of these events because I feel like there's just going to be only women here.
Men are done with this garbage. There's no point in wasting money to go to events with used up women who are desperate but still wanting to cling on to the very same standards that have kept them single. Men have better things to do with their time than waste it at these events. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.